everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. I go by Rachel Ray on the internet, and today I'm here for a Flosstube. And that was my dog, Luna. Luna! Right, okay. So, welcome everyone. If you're new here, welcome to The Crazy. This is where I talk all about cross-stitch and knitting. It's just a little bit of knitting at the end. And my dog may or may not come back and forth and disappear and say hi as well. I set up her bed back here so that she could join us if she feels like it. But she's very happy just pacing the hallway at the moment. So, shall we address the elephant in the room? This is my fully finished Plumetis shawl. And I will talk about this a little later on. I'll see how long I can wear it because it is made with mohair and it's very warm. But I just wanted to put it out there at the beginning. I will talk about this at length in a little while. But first, let's talk cross-stitching because I have so much to tell you guys. I feel like I've been holding in all of this stuff and I haven't been able to talk about it or focus on anything. And you should see all the things that I have right here for us today. First, before I begin, I just want to make a quick announcement and say that next week I'm actually going to be taking a break from YouTube and social media. Don't worry, everything is fine. I haven't had a break in a while. I believe since my birthday in February. I don't honestly remember, and I just need to take a brain break. So I may have a video or two go up next week. I am planning on coming back here for Flosstube next week, so you don't have to worry if you only watch my Flosstubes. But I just want to let everyone know who is watching here at the beginning. I'm really sorry, but I need some time. And it is the last week of summer here, or, summer. It hasn't been much of a summer here in Southwest Cary, so, I just want to make the most of it. Anyway. Today is August the 1st, 2020. Where is the time going? It's pretty crazy. And today is a really big day for news, news in the cross-stitching community. So I will get into that in the second section of this video when I talk about news. But first, I want to tell you about whips and what I have been up to. If you've been following me, then you know that I had pledged to stitch 100 hours on a single project in aid of Velosano, which is it's normally a cycling event for raising money for cancer research for the Cleveland Clinic. But this year it had to be virtual. So I joined a team of other Flosstubers and I decided that I would make my goal 100 hours of stitching. If I couldn't reach my goal, I was going to donate $150, but I did it. On the last day, I did an hour and 57 minutes of stitching and I finished. So my project that I was working on was my Heaven and Earth Designs, Soul of the Rose, which is originally painted by John William Waterhouse. I am doing this in max color and it is 2/1 on 25 count Lugana, and I'm doing tent stitch, and this is where I am. So I was showing last night, I had a meeting with the Velo Stitchers team, and I shared that where this bright green mark in the tree is, this is where I began. So I got this much done in 100 hours. So my camera's making it look like a rug. But I promise you it isn't. If my camera will focus on me again. Thank you. I am really, I don't want to say I'm proud, but I am so happy that I was able to stick to it and actually complete the 100 hours. So it took a lot of, I want to say, determination and time management for me to do that. And honestly, my kind of motto for the past year or two has been just take it bite by bite, and you will see results in the end. You just need to go one little step at a time. And I'm telling you, you do 1 or 2 hours every day on a project like this, and it should be done in no time. The only problem that I have with something like this is that I find that if I'm working on a solo project for too long, I get burnt out. So I'm going to put this in craft prison for a little while. We'll see it again, but I just, the parking and the changing colors, and you can see my back. It's a crazy mess, but it is what it is. It looks pretty on the front, and that's all that matters. So, yes, she's looking amazing. And you can't even tell it's 10 stitch. I asked my followers on Instagram and Facebook which direction I should go. Should I go on the next section, once I finish the 6th page, should I go down and go across again? Should I go on this edge downward, or should I go diagonally? And the consensus was pretty much just keep going in the way that you've gone. And I think that that's probably pretty smart because I'll have a variety of color. Now, some people were concerned and said maybe I should stitch going this way and then down, you know, in a kind of a snake pattern. But I don't believe I'll be doing that because my brain just wouldn't be able to switch from going left to right to left. I know me, and I can't really do that. So, bye-bye Heaven and Earth design. Hello, non-monogamous stitching. So I really, really, really would like to say thank you to the Velo Stitchers team for opening it up and allowing a lot of us to join you and to raise money for this great cause, but also to all of those who did donate. And I promised last time that I would do a shout out to all of those who did. So let me bring that up now. Before we start, I'm just going to take a sip of coffee. Michelle, this is for you. It's my donut cup. Donut ever let me go. I won't, coffee, I won't. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to read off the names of those who donated to the page, first names only. And if there is a in memorandum or in memory of or in aid of, I will say that as well. So we have Terry Lynn, Anita, Sophie, Rebecca, Sean, Dana, Joanna, Therese, Pamela, Ellen. We have an anonymous donation, and I'll talk about how much we raised anonymously. But this person said for the first 7 hours of stitching, I pledge for each hour you stitch towards your goal, I'll match your $1. If you complete the 100 hours, I will double my contribution. This first contribution is in memory for my Aunt Judy, who passed 9 years ago due to brain cancer. Thank you. Brandy, Michelle, Charlotte, Natalia, Anja, I hope I said your name correctly, Vilma. Hopefully this donation can help a fast cure for my best friend's mother who has breast cancer. Dawn, another anonymous donation. In continuation of my promise, I saw your whip and chat video where you identified completing 21 hours of your goal. This is also in memory of my uncle Jake, who lost his battle with esophageal cancer 3 years ago. Thank you very much. Margaret, for my sweet husband who lost his battle with cancer 11 years ago. I'm so sorry, Margaret. Another anonymous donation. In memory of my great-grandmother, who I never got to meet and lost her life to cancer and cervical cancer. This is added to my previous donations to match your current progress of 33 hours completed on Soul of the Rose. Thank you. Jacqueline, another anonymous donation in honor of my Aunt Kathy, who is currently battling bone cancer. This brings my donation total to the matching hours completed on your project. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Linda, Jeremy, I just want to help out with cancer research. I lost my mom to cancer, so anything cancer research, I like to help as much as I can. Thank you, Jeremy. Someone who does not want to be mentioned. Terry L., I'm donating on behalf of my cousin, who I just found out has stage 2 colon cancer. It's inoperable, and he will have to stay on an ostomy bag, and he doesn't want to have any part of that. He won't do chemo. He's also extremely high cholesterol, and the medication is on worldwide back order. I'm so sorry. I will love and support him any way I know how. Thank you so much. Randy, Elizabeth, Marianne, Michelle, in honor of my mother who passed away in 2006 from cancer. She was diagnosed right before Christmas and we lost her 6 weeks later. Cancer research is so very important. Thank you, Michelle. Sylvia, Deborah, Ellen, Jennifer, Kristen, Nadine, in memory of her mom, Hannah, Michelle, Linda, Rachel, and Stormy. Thank you all so much. I really, really appreciate your donations and for sharing your stories with me. We got $85 anonymously on my fundraising page. Thank you all for your donations, even though I didn't say your name. And to the person who did not want to be mentioned, thank you for telling me that you did not want to be mentioned. I want to keep privacy where, as much as I can. In total on my page, we raised $2,505 for the Cleveland Clinic. And as a team, the Velo Stitchers, as of today, we have raised $10,701 for cancer research. And that is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for all of your donations. I really, truly appreciate it. I am blown away by this community. So thank you so very much. Thank you. I don't want to get emotional. Okay. Right. Sip of coffee. So that is my Heaven and Earth design. Now, earlier on in the week, I did work on a project called Yoga Corns. Yoga Corns is a SAL that I'm doing, a stitch along, S-A-L, stitch along SAL, that I'm doing with my friends Jessie and Heike. Mislaid Pages and Stone Cold Coffee Crafts here on YouTube. And on Sunday, I got quite far. Look at my little unicorn. Isn't she so cute? So I finished a lot of the body. I'm not completely finished yet. I finished a lot of it, filled in the color. The holes that you can see in the body at the top especially, and some in the belly, those are all Krynic. So I'm trying to finish all of the cross stitches with cotton floss, and then I'll go back in for the Krynic. And then I will do the back stitching because it has a crazy amount of back stitching. So it's going to look amazing. It's actually going to pop right off. I've seen Heike's, her one completed unicorn. It is just so beautiful. And I love the fabric that she chose. I'm questioning my fabric, but all three of us who are doing this out, you're more than welcome to join us. Please join us. This is from Little Room in the Attic on Etsy, and I have the link in my link haven if you want to go get it for yourself. But we are trying to do this together and motivate each other to do this. So cool. I would like to get this yoga corn done soon. I don't want to put a date on it because I know me, and when I put dates on things, I either get so stubborn that I push everything else away until it's done, or I completely fail and then I beat myself up for it. But it's beautiful and I love it. It's so neat. I think he's doing Warrior 2 pose because our unicorn's doing yoga. Yeah, I know. I'm that kind of person. Okay, and then that's yoga corns. And then, okay, so I hit my goal on the Heaven and Earth Designs yesterday, Friday. And I wasn't done stitching for the day. I decided that I was going to pull out my long dog sampler called the Pilgrim. Oh, geez, sorry. Where is my piece of paper there? I'm so sorry, I forgot. I'm still very new with linen, so I forget sometimes that you have to hold up something behind it. This is the Pilgrim by Long Dog Samplers. So this is my progress so far, but unfortunately I messed up. I messed up here at the chapel or the house, this building here. I messed up on the left side of that. So I've actually got to go back and rip and frog. So far so good though. This is my first ever Long Dog sampler, and it is stitched on nothing fabric. Sorry, I have it written down. I haven't pulled it out enough to remember all the details. Here's the picture. Oops, sorry about the glare. That's what it'll look like completed. It is on a half yard of Mystic Fabrics Nothing on 32 count linen, and it's using Mrs. Sadis Peacock silk, which I actually, go figure, I have a hank right here. It's beautiful. This is Mrs. Sadis on Etsy. I have her linked as well. And this silk is so beautiful. So I put 2 strands together to stitch on this 32 count. And it is very, very squishy because the silk is a lot thicker than the DMC. At least it feels that way. It certainly looks a lot thicker. I would not do this on a 36 count. But that's just me. I really stay away from 36 count. Rightio. That is the Pilgrim. It is, in total, it's 305 by 367 stitches. And I heard not long ago from Handwork Maniac's channel here on YouTube, Brenda, that it works in Pattern Keeper now. So I'm obviously not going to show you the whole pattern, but just so that you can see kind of what it looks like. If I zoom out enough, it won't show you the whole pattern. So see that? That's what I've done so far. And so you just kind of select, you don't select all, you don't highlight all stitches with the one symbol, because otherwise it would highlight the entire thing and it would probably make this thing crash. But if you just highlight the stitches that you've done, you're good. However, I made a bit of an oopsie last night, and because I was sitting here and zooming with the Velo Stitchers, and I think I just miscounted by 1 or something, so I've got to go back and frog. Oopsie. But it's okay, because I do have the 2 hanks of silk. This is my second hank. The other hank, I cut the loop in half. Then I took apart chunks of maybe 20 strands, and then I looped them around a hanger, and I have that in my closet. You can actually see me talk about that in one of my Mania videos where I actually started that project. And the needle minder, the really cute, sorry, I always forget to talk about my needle minders. This little chinchilla is from Mislaid Page's website, or her Etsy shop, excuse me. She doesn't have a website yet, but you should definitely go check her out. She has patterns and needle minders and all kinds of goodies over there. Please check her out. I have her linked in the link haven down below. Okay, so those are the whips. All my whips are talked about. Let's go to news. First, let me talk about this first. Since we just came off of a charity event and I have been raising money for cancer, it's obvious that I have to jump in when my friends ask. And there was a video put out by the Crafty Heifer, Marissa, and I will have the video actually linked outside of the link haven, so you can go there and check it out. She has created her very first cross-stitching pattern for St. Jude. I'll see if I can put a picture here. And it is basically a little red wagon with a heart in it, and it says, St. Jude, hope rides here. So we're going to do a little stitch along. I'm gonna actually just do a little bit of the pattern, and I'm sorry, Marissa, it's not the pattern. There's nothing wrong with the pattern. Pattern is fantastic. It's just that I would like to stitch it a small because I want to get more smalls to put into a journal, and that means a lot to me. So I want it to be displayed there. So anyway, if you would like to check out this pattern and to buy it, your donation to St. Jude using the link in her video is going to get you the pattern. I believe it's a donation of $5 or more will get you the pattern. So if you would like to get it, make sure that it's $5 or more. And together we are going to stitch this and use the hashtag SJ Hope Rides Here 2020. It's a little bit long, but we just want to make sure that it is separate from whatever other tags it might already have with those arrangement of letters. So if you're interested in joining me, I'm going to be stitching the little red wagon really, really soon. I have some 14 count Aida and I have all the flosses, so it'll be no problem, and I'm super excited for it. It's going to be so cute and relatively quick to stitch. But if you would like to check it out, not only does she have the DMC on the key, but she also has a Weeks Dye Works conversion. So if you would like to do it in specialty flosses in memory of someone, or just as a nice reminder of this charity, then I would highly recommend it. And check out your local needlework shop to get those specialty flosses, and get your DMC threads there as well. Just help each other during these times, if you know what I mean. Okay, so check out her channel link down there. It'll go straight to her video, and in her video is the donation link. But she'll give you more details about it. Sometimes I get so excited that I forget the meat and potatoes, and I just go straight to dessert. That's just me. In other news, the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery yesterday released their kit packs for Midnight Way. So they're going to be doing a stitch along called Midnight Way. It's a Halloween themed stitch along, and they released kits on their own website for the United States, and they released them on the Homemakery's site. I believe it's Kate that runs the Homemakery. And so I went ahead and, I thought it was going to be too late. I got the second to last 28 count linen set, which I'm really nervous about, but it's okay. It's 28 count. Picture this plus cashel in the color Whimsy, which is this beautiful, like, purple lavender, I want to say wisteria purple. Gorgeous. And the sale itself is not going to begin until August 17th. So there's still a little bit of time before then. So if you don't want to purchase the kit, or if the kit is not available, you still have time if you want to join in. As you know, the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery is like super cutesy and like chibi, almost like an anime kind of look. I have done some from them before, And I have some plans involving them other than this in the future. But my kit is now getting ready to be shipped, and hopefully I'll have that next week or the week after, and I'll be able to start on the 17th. It's going to drop fortnightly 4 times. So there will be 4 clues. We're starting right in the middle, and I'm so excited. My version, my kit has the DMC étoile, but if you were in the US and you purchased from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery directly, they are using, is it called Rainbow Petite Treasure Braid? Something like that. So the 310 color might be a little bit different between some of us who are stitching it, but it's all good. The reason I went for the kit is because I like kits. I like when it's all together and I don't have to do any work. Plus, they also include bow and needles, and I love those and I can never get enough. So, awesome. Go check out the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery's website for the details. You can purchase the pattern now, and it has the supply list right there on the pattern, on the introduction pattern that gets sent to your email. Then there's more news, so I hope that you have a cup of coffee. There's also Autumn Lane Stitchery and Under the Sea Fabrics made a collaboration together, and they are doing the Dark Queen of the Sea stitch along, which is going to start soonish. The supply list drops today, and I'm super excited because when it was first announced, I immediately was enabled because my friend Pippa Brown here on YouTube, she tagged me in a post, and it basically said, we have kits for the fabric, the bead pack, and the specialty threads. You can purchase it right now for this low price. And I was like, oh God. And I immediately bought it. Of course I did, because Pippa told me to. So I am going to be joining that Dark Queen of the Sea by Autumn Lane Stitchery and Under the Sea Fabrics. They do have a Facebook group for this stitch along. So be sure to check that out as well. If you just type in Dark Queen of the Sea, it'll actually just fill in the rest for you. And it's very easy to see. Join us. It'll be really good fun. A lot of really good people. We're all patient and loving and very eager to start in on this because it's going to look fantastic. And the last bit of news, if you didn't know this already, 2020 is the year of the stitch along. So I'm just embracing it at this point. I'm just embracing it at this point. I have too many, but that has never stopped me. So 4 boys and an NL girl on YouTube and Instagram. She's a designer and a Flosstuber, and she has decided to do a Woodland Creatures mystery sal, and she just dropped part 1 today, and I'm super excited. I'm going to show you more of the colors and things because I got the rest of the flosses this week, and I'm just so excited. I want to start it right away. It's super quick. It's going to be super fast. So that's probably going to go on the Q-Snap after this video while I'm editing. I'd like to get ahead. So we dropped part 1 on that today. Right. Let's talk plans. Erin, 2 Martini Stitcher, has decided that she's going to do Arbitrary August, where she, I believe, are you spinning a wheel? Basically, she's just doing whatever, because we have been, if you haven't seen her, for her Velosano project, she did the Harry Potter book covers from Heaven and Earth Designs. It's huge. And she's stitching it where she's doing each book. Like, you know, if you lined up all the books on a shelf together, you'd see the spines of the book. That's what it looks like for all of the books. So she's just finished book 2 or book 3. I'm sorry, I have the memory of a gnat. But she just finished like she hit her 100 hours. She only had like 6 colors left. She went ahead and she finished book 2. You have to see this. She's just done it. So I don't know if she's made a video about it, but oh my God, it looks amazing. She's doing that. And I was just like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't want to spin a wheel. I don't know if I'm sure someday maybe I'll just be like, I can't decide. Just let the wheel choose for me. But right now I feel drawn to specific projects. They just like call my name and I'm like, okay, I'll do you today. So I don't want to spin a wheel. Marissa, the Crafty Heifer, she is doing all Ghost August, where she's doing all of her Halloween stitching this month. But for me, I don't have any Halloween stitching yet. And I prefer to craft with the season instead of for the season. So I'm going to wait until September to start, my Halloween stitching, other than the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Midnight Way, Sal, which starts on the 17th. Obviously, I'm going to start that right away. So what I've decided is that for me, what I'm going to do my own thing. This time, I'm going to catch up on all of my stitch-alongs. All of the ones that I've neglected that I haven't really touched since before May because of Mania. And then June and July was all Velosano. Jeez. So the time has just flown and I haven't touched my whips in a while. I did not bring it in here. Letters from Hogwarts from Stuart Cunningham at Cunningham Cross Stitch. You've seen it 1,000 times. If you haven't seen it, go back and check. It's gorgeous. It's fun. It's really, really great. I would like to get some serious work in on that. Yeah. What I was thinking before I started my video, do you know how, I think it was Caroline at Off the Grid Needle Arts was talking about her 24-hour rotation, where she stitches on one project for 24 hours and then switches it up and goes to the next. I don't know if she's still doing that. She's still on vacation, or she might have just come back. I don't know. I hope you're well, Caroline, if you're watching this. But I can't do 24 hours. It's just a little too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch 12 hours on each stitch along, because I've kind of gotten in the habit of starting a timer. I'm going to do a countdown timer of 12 hours, and I'm going to keep that project on my lap stand until I've hit 12 hours, and then I'm going to switch it out. If it goes over 3 days, I'm going to switch it out. So it's either 12 hours or 3 days. Does that make sense? So 12 hours is about 3 days of stitching for me anyway. Luckily, I have that much time. If a project isn't getting done within 3 days, if I'm not going back to stitch on it, then it means that I'm probably dreading working on a project. And I don't want to force myself to do anything until I'm ready to do it, so I'll just take it off the hoop, move on to the next one. So then we have, and I'm just bringing these out to remind you guys, I did work on this a little bit, but it's almost not even worth mentioning. This is Year of Blackwork. Year of Blackwork by Peppermint Purple. Stitch along. This one, I did finish a block. It always blows out when I show it, so I'm going to hold it back here. I finished this block down here. It does look a little bit like clowns, so I'm not going to hold it up. But I want to get more work done on that. Like I said, I did not get 1 block a day like I thought I would last week. Nope, did not happen. It's okay. So that is going to be in the rotation, and I could probably catch up in 12 hours on that one. My Grimm's Fairy Tales. This needs a lot of love. It's upside down. I'm only flashing these because I feel like you've seen them 1,000 times. Grimm's Fairy Tales by Clouds Factory. It's beautiful. Barbarol Creations, Olive Oil, 16 count Ada. Look at the color on that. Just fab. Fab, fab, fab. Love this stitch. Looking forward to catching up on that one. Yoga corns, which I already showed you. And then there's this one. The Chinese Zodiac Sal by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. That's as far as I've got. I've got to redo these scroll rods. I put them on wrong because I was trying it out for the first time. There's a first time for everyone, right? So I've got the center knot complete. I just need to start on the animals and the fan on the upper right corner. Yeah. So it's going to be awesome. This is Pole Stitches Heirloom Even Weave. $32 count? Can't remember. Sorry. It's down there in the link haven at the very bottom. I have all the details. I'll have to familiarize myself with it again. So I've got that one. And then I also really feel drawn to this one as well. I feel drawn to all of them. But this is my Sisterhood by Stitch Sisterhood for the Diversity and Inclusion Sal. Representation Matters Sal. I'd love to get this one stitched up and consequently framed. It's beautiful, just fabulous. This is Midnight Roses by Crafty Kitten, I believe. I don't have it written on the pattern, but Midnight Roses, yeah, that's Midnight Roses for sure. By thecraftykitten.co.uk in a, it's either a 14 or a 16 count. I think it's a 16 count because those stitches are plump. For me, they're plump with 2 threads. So I want to work on that as well because it's beautiful. Later, I wrote, look, I wrote notes because I need them at this stage. Later this month, we may add the Midnight Way Sal. I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to start on that as soon as I get it. The Dark Queen, when that begins. And at the end of the month or the beginning of next month, I'm going to be starting another Heaven and Earth design. I know. I can feel the cringe. Don't worry. This one's way smaller. Okay. This one is called Mini Trick or Treat by Randall Spangler. And it is so cool. Okay, why is my camera like hating me today? Look at how pretty it is. And my nails, look at them. They're Color Street. So what I'm planning to do is I'm planning on starting in this corner with the black cat because of luck, and then moving up. This is a 237 by 338. So I went ahead and I got the fabric ready. See? And the pin right there is actually where I'm going to start in the bottom corner. So it's really only that big. Let's see. Right here to right there, right there. Hold the finger there. Do you see that? So it's only that wide. To right there. It's really small. This is a much bigger piece of fabric than the actual piece that I need. I wanted to make it a little bit taller. So that's the plan. I would like to start this for Halloween. And because it's 1/1. It's 1/1. This is 28 count Brittany Easy Count fabric. It's very small. It's so small. It's smaller than, or it feels smaller than my Soul of the Rose, which has conveniently disappeared. Oh, I think I put it back in its bag. Yeah. Duh. I was like, I'm done with this. I laughed. When I was finished with it, I stopped immediately. I didn't continue. Yeah, it's smaller. It's smaller than 25 count. Easy count, Lugana. This is also a Lugana, but it's called Brittany and it's much stiffer. This one. They're both from the same company on Amazon, Flora Shell. So I don't really know, but I did find it, and this was a massive piece. I think it was 50 by 140 centimeter. Way longer than I needed. And I got the floss pack from Cross Stitch Thread Packs on Facebook. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'll do 1/1. It'll go super fast. I was thinking 2/1. I'll do a little swatch like I did the last time, just to check and see if if I'm doing it right. Oh, there's some tourists. So this is the August weekend. This is the weekend that we normally have a festival in my town, a music festival, but obviously because of COVID, it was canceled or postponed, as they said, until next year. But the weekend, the weather has been crazy all over the place. So like right now, it is pouring rain. Pouring buckets right now. And these people just walked by my house. I live out of the town, and so we get a lot of walkers, people who are walking. People do walking holidays here. Yeah, that's the thing. And they just walk from one town to the next and stay in a hostel. It's actually really cool. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, come on over. But just maybe wait until COVID's over. Okay, so those are the plans. All right, haul. Am I done with plans? I am done with plans. I think that's pretty concise. Do the sals. 12 hours or 3 days on each one, and then move on to the next one, and then just keep rotating until I get some significant progress made. And interspersed with that, I may be picking up things for the month. Okay, let's talk about haul. And then we'll do the poem, and then we'll go for the day. I don't want to leave you today. Today is going to be a long day. Okay, so here we go. This is where I'm going to have to... Why is my brush here? I'm going to have to talk about other projects and find pictures. This is from Marnie's Mixed Bag in the UK. And I wrote notes to myself because I did open it already. I got some floss and some beads. The beads are for Baked Alaska. So I got white seed beads, Mill Hill seed beads. $4.79. And these go with that. Actually, I do have it here, don't I? I do. Come here. Oof. Okay, so this is my accordion file of kitted up projects. And it's good that I brought it out because I can put this stuff away while we're talking about it. Where are you now? Baked Alaska. Here it is. Oh, and I don't have to... That way I can do less editing. Okay. So Baked Alaska is by Glendon Place. Sorry about the glare. It's beautiful. Part of the Amazing Desserts collection. Mandala series by Cheryl. And so for this pattern, I have the Dinky Dye. I can take that off now. I have the Dinky Dyes silks and the Mill Hill beads. And I also have a piece of fabric that is called Ice Queen, which I will put up on the screen for you. And that it's gonna go perfect, I think. Hopefully the colors of the silks won't get lost on the fabric, but I wanted something that was opalescent, and it is stitched on a light blue. I believe it says, it was on 28 count Ariel by Picture This Plus. And the fabric that I got for it is Brandy's at Be Stitch Me, Brandy's Ice Queen. I don't remember the count though. Sorry. So that I ordered. So that is fully kitted now. I can start whenever I want. It won't happen anytime soon. That was a very expensive piece to kit up. So I'm going to save it for a high tea or something like that, which high tea is something that I heard on Caroline's page. And yeah, it's like a super special, very expensive kind of, we sometimes call it a unicorn. Excuse me while I put my hair up. We sometimes call it a unicorn because, you know, it's something that you save up for so long, and then you don't want to start it because it'll, you know, you're afraid you're going to mess it up. There, we got the thing going on. Then I got some threads. My piece of paper here. I got the Gentle Art Country Redwood. Oh boy, it really doesn't like that color. But this is like it's a very beautiful autumn color. This goes into Huckleberry Farm by the Blue Flower. It was the last remaining color that I needed. So that is fully kitted now. Exciting. And I know it was stitched on Shale by Picture This Plus, but I think I'm going to put it on Veritas or on the shade of, I think I might do it on the shade of purple that, oh, I haven't got it in the mail yet, so I won't even talk about it, but it's a Mystic Fabrics one, and it's a lavender one that she had like 2 months ago in her Friday Night Fight Night on her Facebook page. Some hand dye shops do these Friday Night Fight Night or whatever day, whatever night they want, where you frantically go in and me please fabrics that you want to buy. It's not a giveaway, it's just another way of ordering. And then I also purchased 2 skeins of claret. It's really not showing how beautiful this is. I'm so sorry. Go check it out on the website. It is a gorgeous red. Don't know if that's better. Yeah, that's closer. So sorry I put away Country Redwood already, but this color is like, it's not quite as bright. I really enjoy this color, and I thought that I would purchase 2 just because I want to help promote small businesses. I ordered these, and I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but you know those red letter alphabet samplers? I was thinking maybe a mini one of those. Sorry. So that's what that's for, maybe. Dunno. And I also purchased from this shop, I also purchased the DMC colors that I was missing in my Soul of the Rose Heaven and Earth design. So I'm completely kitted up for that now. I don't know what happened. I think some of the colors were out of stock or something when I ordered them, and then I just never got around to it. So that's all done. Even though it's like 4 times the price of America, it's still, when something like that happens, it's easier for me to just order from here than to wait. Okay, so, and then I went to a shop in Ireland, in Sligo, called the Crafter's Basket. And I went a bit crazy. Okay, put that down. I got the remaining threads that I need for Woodland Creatures. We'll talk about that in a minute. I also got what's called a pony holder, a stitch holder for knitting. These are good for when you do cables. So I'm not there yet, but I'm close. When you have to stitch or knit and put aside some stitches. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah. And then this was inspired by, enabled by Marissa. Marissa, this is what I was talking about. So I'm doing the woodland creature cell, and she's been talking about project bags, and I'm thinking that I'm either going to make a project bag by hand, because I can't use my sewing machine, it's broken, or I'm going to use these as finishing fabric for my woodland creature cell. I don't know what the woodland creature cell is going to look like, but isn't this just the sweetest fabric you've ever seen? Look at the fox. There's several foxes. There's a fox with a scarf on. Okay? I just can't. There's a deer with a scarf on. And I thought it would pair well with this fabric. To those together. If you're interested, this one is called Woodland Friends Squares, and I got a fat quarter. And this one is called Moda Grunge Blue, and I also ordered a fat quarter. Oh no, sorry, I ordered 2 fat quarters of this one, and I got 1 fat quarter of this one. So they are gonna look fantastic together, I think. Either as finishing fabric or as a bag. So that's that. Now let's look at this woodland creature cell. I have the flosses here that I already had. Here is the fabric. So I'm going to try to do this. These are going to be, I guess I don't need to show you 310 because 310 is already in there. The greens, the whites, the brown, and the red. That's not a really great representation, is it? But I'm directionally challenged today as well. That's not helpful. So yeah, these colors all together on this fabric, it's going to be fabulous. I'm super excited. And of course, this goes with those too. So yay! So this is what I'm starting today. I should get that all done today and started and ready to go. I'm so excited. And if you're interested in this, this is a trifold from Bags with a Z plus on Etsy. I have her in my link haven as well. And isn't it just gorgeous? I love it. So I'm going to keep all of that together in there, even though it's way bigger than the project. I have been wanting to use it for a while. So that is that. And that's what I ordered from them. I have also got some knit crate coming. And then obviously like the stitch alongs and stuff. Okay. And I think that's it for cross stitching. Wow, it's almost an hour long. My apologies. So let's talk about knitting, shall we? This is my Plumetis shawl, and you can tell I have not woven in the ends, and I can't find the tapestry needle that was next to my desk, so I might have vacuumed it. I'll just show you really quick. It's very large, and I did not get the tassels done, but look at what the corner is doing. How do I fix this? So, unfortunately, I don't know what is happening at the bottom, but it will not go straight. I don't know if it's my border or what, but anyway, Heike's having this problem on hers as well, I think, and whatever. But I'm not going to do the tassels right now. I know I said I was gonna, but I kind of like it without it. It's so pretty that I don't think me showing you on film is going to do it any justice whatsoever, because you can't see through the holes and stuff. But I have some pictures. I took some pictures. Of course I did. Because we did a a lot of Fluff Cal and Ruby and Rose's threads groups on Ravelry, and I need to get myself together here. Let's hide it. Yeah. So I did a little photo shoot for her and for the thread, and fingers crossed, because I love Ruby and Rose's yarn. Check her out on Etsy. She just turned 17. Happy birthday, Addison. And I love her. I think she's a great yarn dyer. Just some stats on this. The yarn is hers. It's Ruby and Rose's. The purple base is called Stained Glass, and then the mohair and kid silk that I stitched together with it is called Royalty. And then the pink, the other color. So the pink is Playful, and I believe that both of them are called Playful, but I believe that the base yarn, the fingering weight yarn, is also called the Delicate Rose base, which has a little bit of cashmere in it. So the body of the shawl is super duper soft, super duper warm. And this Stained Glass base color is in their Classic Rose, which is a 75% merino, 25% nylon, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I will link to my Ravelry, the project page for this, where you can see all the details. But anyway, I love it. It's super, super warm. You can obviously wear this several ways. It's so large. You can go over the shoulders like so. When you're really cold, you can wear it as a scarf, which I think I will be doing. Because Irish winters are very windy here, and I love scarves, so I'm probably going to wear it as a scarf. But I highly recommend her yarn. That's the whole point of this. The pattern itself was super duper confusing at the end for whatever reason. I would like to try it again, but like the main body of the shawl is so easy. It's just complete knits, so it's all garter stitch with some eyelets, and it just flies by. And I'd like to try to do the German short rows again. So I don't know if I'm going to pick up this pattern again. I don't know if I'll ever do a pattern twice. I don't want to say never, but just there's so many interesting patterns out there. Anyway, hooray! I'm completely fully finished aside from the silly ends that I need to weave in. I also spent some time blocking the baby blankets, and then I realized I probably didn't need to do that. So just so that you can see, this is, I forgot to weave in the ends. I am so silly, but this is one of my baby blankets for my sister. Very thin summer blanket, which I don't like working with acrylic, so I've learned that now. But it's done. It's ready. It's straight, or relatively straight. But it doesn't really matter if I didn't realize this until later. It doesn't matter if I block it, because she's going to be putting it in the washing machine. And I'm going to ask her not to put it in the dryer, but I'm sure it'll be fine on a low setting. I just don't want her to catch fire. She's a new mom. She needs all the sleep she can get. She does not need to catch fire. Something that I got in the mail for knitting was these short interchangeable 4 square needles by Knit Picks. And I have already started to use them. Sorry, glare. Plastic. I just take out these. That's how small they are. They are super teeny tiny. So when you go to use them, it's literally this much. So I got these shorts so that I could work on the northeasterly blanket, because it's literally just it's so small, those little chevrons. So what size is this again? 4 millimeters. So this kit, this set comes with it's got 3.5, 3.75, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in US sizes. And it comes with 2 cables, short cables, 2, what are they called? You know, stoppers as well, so that you can put it on hold. Really cool. I like them a lot. They're hard to get used to at first, and then it makes sense. You can use these for socks as well, I believe. And it's cool because the tips are square. And I'm still getting used to that, but it does grip the yarn quite a bit, so you don't have to worry about the yarn falling off your needles. I prefer, if I'm being honest, I do prefer to have the needles like these, which these are, come here, don't fall off, please. These are also Knit Picks, I believe, or Knit Pro, rather. But these are tipped, like, what are they called? See, I'm still really new to knitting, you know what I mean? But they've got this metal tip. The yarn slides very, very easily on these needles, and it makes it go so quick. It just moves quickly. But when you're working on something so short, I think those bamboo needles really do help, because they'll make sure that your stitches won't fall off. Very important. And then I believe that's all, because I still haven't moved forward on the blanket very much at all. I was just more concerned about blocking and modeling this for a lot of fluff cow. As far as yarny plans, like I said, I just got notification that my knit crate I have 3 boxes. I don't know why. I don't remember keeping the 3 together. I think I might have, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I'm down to 1 box now. I canceled 2 of the boxes, so I'm down to 1 box because I really don't need so much yarn. But the yarn that is coming is going to be so beautiful. The yarn from last month is this beautiful deep purple, and I'm glad I have 3 boxes coming. But the newest one is going to be this gorgeous, gorgeous green, like a really light minty green. I don't even think mint is the right word for it. It's so soft. I don't even know if sea foam is the right. Anyway, it's beautiful. Kind of wish that 3 boxes were in the sea foam, but whatever. Oh, it's called Oasis. That's the name of it. Anyway, you'll see that soon. If you're interested in signing up for Knit Crate, I do have a referral link in my link Haven where you can get your first box for $5. The box normally costs $25. Totally worth it. You get 2 big skeins, 2 big hanks, of yarn in each box. So, that's quite a deal already. It's always like an artisan yarn. So it's really nice and dyed specifically for Knit Crate, so you can't buy it anywhere else. And then once you're in and you're doing your subscription, you get access to their shop and you get special discounts, double down days, all this stuff, so you can stock up on more if you want to buy more of that color. You don't have to buy multiple crates at a time. You can go shopping later on and get a discount. So I hope that didn't sound too much like an advertisement. If you do use my referral link, it means that I will get discounts on future boxes, and I can share more with you guys as well in the future. Okay, guys, I think that's it for today. I've given you a longer episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. I really do. Let's close with a poem. So I like to read a poem from the book Second Sight by Patty Bush at the end of each of my Flosstubes, so that you have something to look forward to at the end. People do tell me that I have a good calming voice. I do have playlists if you're interested in listening to me reading stories, Irish stories, and not bedtime stories. I have Christmas stories, and I'm going to be doing a series for Alice in Wonderland, as well as Grimm's Fairy Tales. That's going to come later on as well. Really excited to bring this kind of stuff to you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Let's read. This is called Lament for Oisin. Oisin is a boy's name. Yeah, okay. Because you had barely arrived at Tir na Nog before you were swept back out to sea again. Because you never realized the magic of that place, nor yet again what it is to lose it. Because you were never spellbound by golden hair, nor held the reins of a white horse in your hands. Because you had never conversed with old men, never talked football, nor gripped a hurley. Because your father was robbed of the treasure he imagined, and your mother of her brightest dreaming. We are forlorn, Oisin, and the whole world has tumbled to the ground, like a hero from the saddle. If you have not heard the story of Oisin in Irish mythology, I do implore you to go check out that Irish story book series that I did so that you can understand what that means. It's quite powerful, and if you're interested in purchasing that book from Patty Bush, a local poet, I do have the Amazon link down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you again to everyone who donated towards Velosano and shared their stories with me. I do appreciate every one of you and all of you watching, regardless of whether you're in a position to donate or not. I still really enjoy spending time with you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next week when I start my videos again. So take care, everyone. Bye!